Yeah, I'm going to use the mic because I don't want to have to go over the cornet or clarinet or whatever's going on in there. Thank you for coming tonight. I know you're tired. I know you've been at work all day. I've been at work all day also. And it's a stormy, kind of snuggly night, but I appreciate you being here. It's a good sign that your child, your student's going to be successful because you are here and you care. So thank you for being here. I am from Grayson College. Now we're going to shift gears a little bit and we're going to talk about just regular dual credit courses. And what regular dual credit courses, when I talk about that, I mean courses that students can take here at Wattsboro that will transfer to any state public college. It'll also transfer, of course, to Grayson College because that's where they're taking the course. But they don't have to leave here, they can take it here. And like Mrs. Bull said, you have two teachers here, Mrs. Urban and Mrs. Alexander, that offer the courses. Wattsboro students also have the opportunity to take some courses during the summer if they feel like that would help them relieve their fall and spring semester their senior year.
Okay. And online.
Yes, and online. The other classes, the English, government, economics for the seniors will be offered online next year. Are you going to click? Okay. Okay, so I'm here to hopefully explain to you what is dual credit, why would I do it, how much does it cost, and what now.
Sorry.
Come on, Bulls, get it
This
together.
is what this means. I'm trying to hurry because I know you've been sitting here a while. Dual credit is when students take a college course and they get to count it as high school credit. They're going to get English 4 credit on their high school transcript. They need that whole year. They're going to get 2 English course credits on the Grayson College transcript. Those are going to be college classes that they've earned. They will have a college transcript. Once they graduate from high school, they go off to university. They will grab that college transcript or request it, and it will be sent to that university. On their high school transcript, it's going to show that they took their English 4, but they're also, the dual part comes in because they're working on that college transcript at the same time. So this is a real college course, and you'll see pictures of my own children in here because it wasn't that long ago. It feels like it, and sometimes, especially today, I'm tired, but I was sitting right where you were. So before I started working at the college, I was at a high school. And I learned a lot after I went to the college. Even though I'd been to college before, it's just different, especially when you're talking about your kiddos. You really want to know. So you're going to see pictures of my 2 girls. I've been right where you are. I will care for your children. I will help you. We are partners because I want them to be good college students. I don't want them to be frustrated. I don't want them to drop out, think they can't do it. Anybody can go to college. Anybody can do it. Just sometimes they need that extra encouragement. But this is a real college course. College courses do cost money. Now when Anna was talking about the free tuition, business and industry are paying for that tuition. It costs money, it's just not going to come out of your pocket. But these courses that we're talking about, this will cost money, and I'll talk about scholarships in a little bit, or waivers. It is harder than high school. They learn how to manage their time. It's just a real college course that they take. This is a website that Texas owns, and it's called the Common Course Matrix. All of the courses that we offer for dual credit through Grayson College, the ones I'm talking about, the Englishes, the economics, the math classes, the government, the biology, are transferable to all state universities. And you can go to this website, and do we have a we do have a frequently asked question handout here that has this on that. You can actually go look at it and see, well, Grayson calls it English 1301, and you don't have to know that. You can just choose the Grayson pull down. What does Texas Tech call it? And then you can look and see that they are the same courses. They may call them a different number, but it's the same course. Okay. And those are the courses that we were talking about. Go ahead and click. The technical courses, Anna touched on that. She talked about one of the technical courses. We have other technical offerings that we offer at 1 o'clock in the afternoon for students if they want to come out to the college and take some of those courses. And this is all that would all fall under me. That's all dual credit. Why would a student want to do dual credit? I can tell you as a mama, I knew that I was going to invest some money to pay for these classes, but I also knew that my hard-headed children were working really hard to get scholarships, or they wanted to go off somewhere. And I said, before you move off 3 hours away where I can't tell that you're going to do your homework and show up to class and do what you need to do, you can take these dual credit courses. I can see how you do in this dual credit course that I'm going to be paying the community college money for instead of the state university money for. Same classes, but there's a big price difference. I want to make sure that you can juggle your time, that if you have a question, you can contact a college instructor. You don't, wimp out or you're not afraid to contact a college instructor. So that's the main reason that I wanted to do it. My husband's main reason is because he knew the affordability, the difference in the price, and I'll show you that in a minute. Another reason, this is my other daughter, she had a lot of fun in college, but because she had taken dual credit classes, I knew that she would be able to juggle her time. If you think about it, when we send high school graduates off somewhere, let's say 2 hours, 3 hours, more than that away, they're living in a dorm, they're living in with a strange roommate, eating strange food from the cafeteria, sleeping in a strange bed, shopping at a strange Walmart. Socially, their life is upside down, especially if they've attended Whitesboro High School from kindergarten on. There's a different world out there, and it's intimidating. I knew that my children, because they had gone to the kindergarten all the way up till their senior year with the same people, socially, that's where their adjustment was going to be, but I knew academically they wouldn't have the adjustment. Like when you're playing 7th grade basketball, 8th grade basketball, JV, and then all of a sudden you're playing varsity ball, there's a difference. It's the same way with college, going from high school to college classes. It's just a little bit faster, you have to give a little more effort. Okay. So how much do these courses cost? They're about $280 each. When I say each, if you have a high school senior and your high school senior is going, let's say next fall, they're going to take the English 1301 course that would be for their August through December, their fall semester of English. That's going to be about $280. In the spring, they're going to take the second part of that English class. That's going to be about $280. Well, why don't you know exactly how much it costs? Well, at Grayson and other colleges, different courses have different fee amounts. The math class may have an $11 fee tied to it. The English class may have a $10 fee tied to it. Well, I can't give you all of those exacts because I don't know what combination they're going to be taking, but in general, the tuition and fees are about $280. We do waive the parking fee because guess what? Your kids are going to take all their classes either online or here at Whitesboro, so they don't have to pay the parking fee. If you see that on their bill, you just call the business office and say, can that please be removed? And they do. Dual credit scholarships. The federal law says that dual credit students, while they're still in high school, they can't get any type of scholarship or grant or student loans. What we do at the college is if a student is on the federal free school lunch program, we waive the tuition and fees for up to 3 classes per semester. So the summer, fall, spring, that would be 3, 3, 3. If they're on the reduced school lunch program, we're going to deduct it 50% for the tuition and fees. And then you saw the other manufacturing. Okay. So, but compared to a college university, or what the costs are, I'm used to doing this myself, so I'm a lot smoother when I'm in control of it. You can look, and I'm not picking on UNT, that's just where a lot of our students go because it's close. But you can see the same courses, one course, and we say 3 credit hour because that's the way colleges talk, that's what they call it. One course is $280. You can see for a semester, for a full-time student, someone that goes full-time once they graduate from high school, they take 5 classes. There would be $1,400 just in the tuition and fees at Grayson. You can see how much it would be at UNT. It's the same course. You can go back to the Texas Common Course Matrix. It's the same course. We're a community college. We are supported by our community, so it's more affordable. Grayson told me to quit saying it's cheaper. It's more affordable. This is just a comparison to where a lot of our students go. just to show you that, now this is for a full-time graduate, for high school graduate. Now don't look at this and think, oh my goodness, my kid's never gonna be able to go to college. Yes, they can. We were very fortunate. The universities and colleges that we went to, my children went to, we received scholarships from them. They use it as a recruiting tool. I had a student, actually one of many ex-boyfriends of one of my daughters, he said that at Texas Tech, they have a fee. It's a student fee that non-negotiable, you have to pay, and it goes to a scholarship fund. Well, that's just, they use it to help recruit other students. But that's where we had the best bet. We're just middle class. We didn't have any luck like with the big Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper scholarships. I will tell you that Grayson College, when you become high school seniors, guys, if you think that you're gonna go to Grayson or just throw it out there and try for that scholarship, Grayson does award 2 scholarships per high school in Grayson County to high school students. All you have to do is apply, turn everything in. They don't even give all of those away because students do not apply for them. And that's a full ride for that tuition. So that'd be $1,400 in the fall, $1,400 in the spring.
It's due March 15th if there's any seniors in here.
It's online on the website. Okay, one other thing with this tuition and fees, when they go off somewhere, they have to live in those dorms. Usually, just so that you know, because I had to learn this too, the dorms, when you live in a dorm, you have to be on a meal plan. That's usually equal to the tuition. So whatever this tuition is, you can just look at. Now, we wonder why students are graduating and not able to pay back their student loans. This is why. It's pretty high. So just think about, this would be a bargain to Grayson. Okay. So what now? Well, first of all, you need to talk about it, and you know your kid. You know, and students, you know, you've talked to other students, you know if this is something that you want to do. The first thing you would do is decide, make a decision. The second, you need to apply to any college or university that you plan to attend because they need to know that you're coming and they need to have your information. I will be back here on Thursday morning sometime, and I will walk any student that wants me to walk them through that application and help them. Because it's really, it's no fun, and sometimes they don't know their zip code, or we help them with little things like that. But we get them through it. If you did it by yourself, sometimes it'd take 45 to 50 minutes. It doesn't cost anything. I can get them through it in like 25 or 30 minutes just because I do it like 1,200 times a spring, and so I know the rhythm of how to say yes, yes, no, hit yes, hit this. And so I'll help them Thursday. If they do that, it does not commit them to anything. It's a great experience for them because they need to realize, you know, maybe I need to pay attention. You know, a lot of times I'll say, you know, use capital letters. Your first name, when you do your name, use a capital letter when you start it. They don't know that sometimes. Okay. So here's a list of everything. The first is apply. The second part is you have to prove that you're college ready because this Texas state law says for these courses, not the technical that we were talking about earlier, but for these courses, you have to prove you're college ready. Well, they started that because they had a lot of people that were just jumping into college classes and then failing them. So they did it so, hey, we need to make sure that they are ready to take these college classes. For dual credit students, we can use their English 2 end of course and their Algebra 1 end of course test. Now, once they graduate from high school, they have to use other tests, the ACT, SAT. We know that a lot of the younger students may not have those yet, and so Texas says, well, we've got all of our curriculum aligned with the ACT and SAT, so these are gonna work. So while they're in dual credit, we can use those. The next step is to make sure that Mrs. Boyles knows how to schedule you. If you plan to take in the summer, you need to let her know that so she won't schedule you for the fall for that English and government. We have a permission form and she has that. You do have to fill out the permission form. That's like your body walking to Grayson. You don't have to come to Grayson, I'm gonna come to you. But I'll help you apply, then you'll get the permission form as long as you turn it in to Mrs. Boyles, and then she will find your test scores and let you know if you need anything. Then I will come out here during the summer, early June, get all of those forms, take them back to Grayson, and I'll stand in line at admissions and make sure that they get pushed through for you. Once you're enrolled, I'll email you and let you know, hey, you're enrolled, this is your next step. Usually it's, hey, you need to locate your book, and you need to make sure that you pay your tuition by a certain date. And it is before school starts. What day are we starting school here? Have you approved a calendar yet?
Not yet. We're in the stages of that.
Okay. We're starting August the 20th, so.
But we're after that.
Oh, after that? Okay, so we'd contact them about that.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions? Anybody in here had a child that took dual credit before? Okay. So I can tell you, usually somebody that had a child that took dual credit before, they'll say, Paula, make sure that parents know that in January they have to pay tuition again. Because if you don't realize that, it really hurts you and hits you right after Christmas. But whatever it's going to cost in the fall, you're going to be enrolled in new classes for the spring, so you will have to pay again for that. You don't have to come to the college to take them. I will walk you through all of that process. And I will be calling you this summer if you need to turn something in, trust me. Yes?
If they want to take a summer course, like government and economics, we called the school, but they didn't have the schedule out yet. So when would those two classes start?
Okay. So you want to know when the summer sessions start?
Yes.
Got it, okay. June the 3rd is when summer 1 starts, and July the 9th is when summer 2 starts. I will tell you, if you're hot and heavy in two-a-days and band or volleyball, summer 2 is tougher for you because you'll be having to show up here and then take finals. Summer 1's better for those students that are busy when they come back in August. The summer courses last 5 weeks.
Are they allowed to do like the Maymasters, or do
Not as a first-time student, and it would just depend on school permission, but
Yeah, no,
they don't do very well.
we don't
just-
do it.
Yeah.
So when the tuition for the June 3rd,
Mini masters.
Oh, her question was for the mini master, which is a 2-week class in May, which covers 16 weeks. Yeah, it's tough, and especially if you've never taken a college course, usually they end up dropping after the 3rd day. It's just too much.
What was your question, the tuition?
the tuition, when
For
would
summer.
the tuition be due for the June?
Okay, sorry. Let's see, the date, June the 3rd, I assume is on a Monday, the Thursday before. Grayson tuition's always due the Thursday before the semester starts the next week. So right after Memorial Day. I think the Thursday after Memorial Day is when I looked at a calendar, but I don't know the date. Yes, sir.
For grades, do you accept the grade or decline it at the end of the semester, like with the
No,
honors?
you were paying up front, you're gonna get it. And
Okay.
and it will transfer. It's not like if a college or university has to decide if they're gonna accept it or not.
Okay.
It is college credit. You will have a college transcript.
You want to make sure you pass.
For sure.
I'm just saying.
We watch you though.
Yeah, we do, but you need to watch yourself too.
Do you have a date or anything?
A date for, oh, no. Okay, Paula talked about the process. So you'll have to do your permission form. You have to apply. And then when it's impossible, if you're taking, we have to wait for your English 2. If you haven't had your English 2 EOC yet, we have to wait for that. So for some of you, we won't know till we get those back in June. For if you're a junior already and you know that you have an English 2, as soon as we get your permission form and know what you're wanting to take, because you have to tell me that. I don't know what it is that you want to do. So you tell me, I want to do English, and I might want to do economics and government, but I might want to do college algebra and college pre-cal. I might be ready to do dual credit calculus or dual credit anatomy and physiology. We also have dual credit biology, What am I leaving out? Seems like there's something else.
Did you get math?
English, I said, did I get what?
Government, economics,
I did that, and
Math.
English.
Math.
I think I did it all. Okay, so you can see there's a pretty wide range. So you have to know that before you can take college algebra and college pre-cal, you have to have algebra 2. So if you haven't had that, you're not ready for those yet. You have to have some kind of pre-cal before you can take calculus. So we have to look at the prerequisites, and then we have to look at your test scores. I'm assuming they can still do TSI. So if you don't have the end of course test, if your scores aren't high enough, then you can do something called Texas Success Initiative. You go to Grayson to take that test, and if you score high enough, then you're college ready by the test. So those are some things that we have to do. So I don't have a definite timeline yet. We're going to see how many people do apply Texas and get their application done for Grayson. If you don't get yours done on Thursday, then you'll have to do it on your own. I can give you a little bit of assistance.
I'm seeing y'all have candy.
But Paula can do it much faster because I don't do it all the time.
And so Paula will be here Thursday.
She will be here Thursday
Tell
morning
your friends.
in the library. So we'll call you out, and we won't have everybody maybe at one time. So, but I'll call you out if you want, if you're wanting to do that.
And if you have questions, like after tonight, you leave tonight, I'm gonna be with your kids for a long time on Thursday, so we can talk about it. Sometimes they know more about it because they hear from their friends and they know what we're talking about more than you guys might sometimes, quite honestly. But I'll say things over and over and over again with them to try to really make them understand it better than tonight.
I do want to say that your student will have a My Viking account when they become students, and on there you can see their grades. So even though you actually don't have access to it, it's their account. Who's paying for this? You are, so you can tell them you want to see their grades, and it's right there for you to see. So take advantage of that. I also have for you the frequently asked questions, so if you want to pick that up on your way out. I also have the dual credit permission form. And if we run out of them, I will do more tomorrow. So your student can come by and pick that up from me. Any questions? Something that you...
Please.